Hello, brothers and sisters. This is African Metaphysical Center for Spiritual Healing, Body, Mind, and Spirit Development. I am your host, Kufu Amara, your metaphysical practitioner, Reiki master, Qigong instructor, bond practitioner, and mystic. Today's topic is overcoming the ego through meditation. Meditation serves as a powerful tool for dismantling ego-based challenges through several interconnected mechanisms. Creating observer distance. Meditation trains you to witness your thoughts rather than identify with them. When you sit in stillness and watch thoughts arise and pass, you begin to recognize that you are not your thoughts. You're the awareness observer observing them. This creates crucial separation between your true self and the ego's narratives. In daily life, this translates to catching yourself mid-reaction and recognizing that just my ego feeling threatened, rather than automatically defending or attacking. Exposing mental patterns. Regular meditation reveals the ego's repetitive scripts. You start noticing how often the same thoughts cycle through: judgments, comparisons, grievances, self-importance. This awareness is transformative because you can't change what you can't see. Once you recognize these patterns during meditation, you spot them instantly when they arise during a work conflict, relationship tension, or social interaction. Reducing reactivity. Meditation strengthens the gap between stimulus and response. The ego thrives on immediate reaction. It wants to defend, correct, prove, or win right now. Through meditation, you develop the capacity to pause. Someone criticizes you, and instead of the ego's instant defensiveness, you can breathe, observe the emotional charge, and choose a conscious response rather than an ego-driven reaction. Dissolving the need for control. Sitting in meditation means surrendering control. You can't force thoughts to stop. You can't control what arises. This practice of non-resistance transfers to daily life. The ego constantly tries to control outcomes, people, and perceptions. Meditation teaches acceptance and flow, helping you recognize when you're gripping too tightly to how things should be. Cultivating presence over identity. The ego lives in past and future, replaying old wounds, rehearsing future scenarios, maintaining narratives about who you are. Meditation anchors you in the present moment, where the ego has no power. In the now, there's no story to defend, no image to maintain, no comparison to make. This present moment awareness helps you engage with life directly rather than through the ego's filter. Developing emotional regulation. Meditation creates space around emotions. Instead of being hijacked by anger, jealousy, or pride, all ego emotions, you learn to feel them without becoming them. In daily challenges, a colleague taking credit for your work, a friend's success triggering comparison, someone questioning your competence, you can feel the ego's emotional response without letting it dictate your behavior. Next, accessing humility through vastness. Certain meditation practices like expansive awareness or contemplating infinity put your individual self in perspective. You experience yourself as a small part of something infinite. This naturally humbles the ego, which thinks it's the center of everything. When you return to daily life, petty ego concerns, needing to be right, seeking recognition, taking offense seem less significant. Next, strengthening the witness consciousness. The more you meditate, the more you strengthen what's called witness consciousness, the part of you that can observe the ego operating. In a heated discussion, you might notice my ego wants to one-up this person right now. That's awareness alone often diffuses the compulsion. You see the ego's game and you choose not to play it. Next, breaking identification with roles and labels. In meditation, you drop all roles, your job title, relationship status, achievements, failures. You're just pure awareness. This practice weakens the ego's attachment to identity. When someone challenges your expertise at work or doesn't recognize your contribution, the sting is less severe because you're not as identified with those roles. Next, practicing non-judgment. Meditation teaches non-judgmental awareness, observing without labeling things as good or bad. The ego constantly judges to establish superiority or separation. As you practice accepting whatever arises in meditation without judgment, you naturally become less judgmental in daily interactions, which dissolves many ego-based conflicts. Building comfort with discomfort. Meditation is often uncomfortable. Restless body, racing mind, boredom, emotional releases. Sitting through this discomfort without escaping builds resilience. The ego avoids discomfort at all costs, which is why it reacts defensively when challenged. Meditation trains you to stay present with discomfort. So when your ego is threatened, you don't need to immediately soothe it through reaction. Cultivating compassion and interconnection. Practices like loving kindness meditation dissolves the ego's illusion of separation. When you genuinely wish well for all beings, including those who wrong you, the ego's need to be separate, superior, or victimized weakens. This translates to daily interactions where you can see others' behavior as expressions of their own suffering rather than personal attacks. Practice daily applications. Before important meetings, brief meditation creates space between your ego's need to impress and your authentic contributions. After conflicts, meditation helps you process without the ego narrative of blame or victimhood. During decision making, stillness reveals whether you're choosing from ego, which is image, fear, or pride, or wisdom. When triggered, even 60 seconds of conscious breathing can prevent ego-driven reactions. The key here is consistency. Meditation isn't a one-time ego reset. It's daily training in recognizing and transcending ego patterns. Over time, the space between you and your ego widens, and you gain the freedom to choose which voice you will follow. So until next time, thank you for stopping by. Like and share, and tell everyone this thing may help. This teachings may help about it. Until next time again, thank you. Ashe, ashe, ashe.